Welcome to Mix and Plants and Crafts. My name is Rachel. This is episode, I don't remember, but I'll put it at the bottom. Lunchtime Plant Care. I really don't remember the episode number we're at. So today's plant is my variegated ginger plant. Now, I have neglected this plant. I tried with this plant. I have neglected it and I'm very sad about it because I really wanted this plant to take off. It has not. It actually did. I got this in November as a starter plant, and that is, I feel, one of the problems that I go through with my plants. I think I might have said this in another episode, but when I buy plants and they are starter plants, it is either it goes down quickly or it takes off. It's like there's it doesn't just take off for me. You don't know where it's going to go when it comes to a starter plant. So I'll show you a plant that is established. I bought it as an established plant. And actually when I got it, I actually had to split it because it was too big. So this is my variegated prayer plant. And I got it as more of an established plant, and I actually had to take part of it out of the nursery pot. There's actually three. I have three of these now because it got so big. Because it was an established plant, I did not have much to do on it. Now, starter plants for me can be a little bit more cumbersome. So, okay, so what's going on with this plant? I've underwatered it too much, and all these leaves that's drying up. There are some leaves that are trying to come back. There are some leaves right down here. Oh, well, let's get that out of the way. Where is the leaves? Okay, so there are some leaves right there. That's trying to come back. I It's curled. So from the curling of the leaves, this plant needs a lot of humidity, I think. I'm willing to make a compromise. It's gonna go somewhere in the greenhouse. I'm willing to compromise, and I actually feel once the plant gets a little bit more established, I can take it out of the greenhouse cabinet and acclimate it to the room humidity once it's established. So in order for me to find out what's really going on with this plant, I need to go into the roots. Let's see what I've done to this plant. This plant did not deserve this kind of treatment from me, but it happens. So let's see what's going on. I know it's going to be underwatered and the roots will be dry. Let's see. Oh, it's kind of tight. Oh, I'm kind of shocked. So this plant propagate through rhizomes. I do know it like to be moist and not uh, get it completely and not have it completely dry out first. So, okay, the roots were not, the soil is still, the soil is dry. See, I don't know if you can see that. This is the starter plant plug that was there. I don't like that. I'm gonna take some of that soil off in the middle. It's so, I didn't do that when I got it. I don't know why. It smells fine. Doesn't smell like there's rot. I wonder if I wonder if I should put this in water to reroot it. That would mean I have to clean the roots. Let's see. I'm not gonna break it apart, although I could split this plant into more plants. I don't want more plants. I'm not looking to get more plants. Um, I think I'm gonna rinse the roots and start over in water. And then I might move it to leca, rinse the roots off. I am gonna do it. See, there's there's a rhizome, a shoot that wants to come out of the rhizome right here. I think you're able to see that there. I'm putting it in here because I want to trim these leaves. Some of these leaves have dried up quite a bit, and then some of these leaves, I don't know if they're gonna, I don't know if they're gonna revive. So I'm gonna cut some of the leaves off. Look at these leaves. I'm just gonna clip that off. Which I want to clip this one off too. This one's not as variegated as the others. This one's really pretty in variegation, but the leaf hasn't fully opened. And this side is quite variegated. All right, I think I'm going to I think I'm just gonna cut these leaves off. Does it smell like ginger? Let's see. It does not. This is supposed to be non-toxic and pet friendly. It does not smell like ginger, but they say that the rhizomes smell like ginger. Do I even dare smell the rhizome? Let's do it. I don't want to. Oh, it does smell like ginger. Oh, let me take this off. It does, yeah. It's gonna do fine. It is gonna do fine. Actually feel like chopping all of the leaves off. Maybe I'll do this one. I don't know. Fine. I'm just gonna do it. Don't. There's a leaf coming out from right over here. I'm not gonna cut that off. I'm just gonna cut that. Okay. I'm gonna cut that. All right. I think that is the way I'm gonna go. Clean these leaves off of the plant. Okay. Now I'm gonna rinse this and propagate in water. So when I put this in water, I'm probably going to lose some of these roots. These roots will want to die off and it will grow water roots, and that's fine. I was able to clean the roots off as much as I can. I did end up breaking this apart, not on purpose, but it kind of broke apart. So there's multiple plants in here. So there's two here, but one is more established than the other, and then there's three in this little rhizome right here. I am gonna snip the roots a little bit. There's some roots that are quite they're a little dead. Like I feel like this one is dead. I think that is good for now. And I'm gonna use this container. I'm going to put this plant cut this off too. Okay. I'm gonna put this plant in the greenhouse where there's some humidity so it can open up and see how it does. So, another plant completed on Plant Care Day. I am so glad I decided to do this. It's been 30 days since I moved my variegated ginger to water to rehab it. And look at all those roots. You can tell which ones, hold on. You can definitely tell which ones were from soil and the water. The water roots are really thick, and I'm not going to mess with it too much. I thought these roots would have died off or got mushy, but it's not. I'm going to just leave them be. So it has been about 30 days since I did this, And I debated whether I wanted to put it back into soil. It is sitting at, it sat on the bottom of my IKEA greenhouse cabinet where there's a heat mat. Now, my heat mat is not set at a high heat, it's only at 77 because that area gets pretty cold. And once winter comes, I'm gonna get the heat up a little bit more, but right now it's sitting at 77. So, oh look, there's the variegation is kind of coming back on this leaf. So that's good. When a new leaf comes out, we'll see how it is. But these leaves have opened up quite a bit. This one is not really opened up that much, but this one have opened up. I think this is actually a new one. And the tip of it looks fine. It's not how these others were dry. So there is hope for this plant. I do enjoy having this plant. And did I tell you that the roots smell like ginger? It actually smells spicy. I rinsed this off before the video. It smells a little spicy. It doesn't, I guess you can smell like ginger, but it smells more spicy than anything. Okay, so what we're going to do with this plant, we are going to move it to pond. And I have this planter that is a self-watering pot like this. It's my first time using this planter, so we'll see how it goes. I actually purchased Lechuzapon for the first time because it was available on the site, and I caught it just in time, so I was able to purchase it. And I can't believe I have a bag. I don't even know if it's still available anymore. But okay, so we're gonna just move this straight to pond. You know what? I have to rinse the pond first. So I think that root is pretty good for this pot. I haven't rinsed the pond, so I guess I should do that. I'm gonna have to do it outside, so I'll be back. Let me check out this pond to see what it looks like. Huh. I feel like my pond that I made is a lot chunkier. This is mine that I made, and mine is a little bit more chunky than that one. This is the new leaf that came out from this plant. It is way bigger in size. It's really pretty beautiful too. I think pond is definitely something I'd like to try a lot more. Okay, so I'm gonna just put some pond in here and then go and rinse it outside. You wouldn't believe how much dust was in here. I think I rinsed it about 8 times in this strainer and bowl. Of course, you don't do the stuff over the sink. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this, and I think I'm gonna move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I have moved my plants to pond before, the pond that I made, and really only one plant is doing well by it. Every other plant that I've had in pond died. And I know that is probably my issue because I have issues with watering. So this is why I bought this planter where it tells me where I am with the water. And I'm hoping that this works better for me. Look at all these roots. It looks so nice in here, and I love that it's kind of heavy. Haven't put the water in yet. Look at that variegation. This plant kind of reminds me of a variegated banana without the price. But all right, so let's water this, see how this gauge works. Uh, oh, it's still dusty. I rinsed this about 8 times. Put a little bit water. Okay. All right, it's finished. I'm very happy with this. I hope this thing revives, and I'm gonna put it back in the IKEA cabinet. I'm glad that this is going to sit at the bottom of the cabinet because it's really heavy, and to put this on in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet with those acrylic shelves, I don't know if it's going to hold up. So all right. Thank you so much for watching my lunchtime plant care and helping me care for my variegated ginger plant. I'll see you next week.